Good evening and welcome back to The Return of the Nine. My name is Lawrence and I am playing Orion, a human pugilist who specializes in the sweet science. Also joining us tonight is Carolyn.
Hi, I'm playing Regali, the human glamour bard.
And joining us as well tonight is Hobie.
Hello, I'm Hobie. I'll be playing Frederick, the half-elf hexblade warlock.
And as always, our final member of the party tonight is played by Tom.
Hey, I'm Thomas, playing Ember, the Furbolg fire druid.
And, of course, our dungeon master tonight, as always, is Dennis. If you're joining us from last session, quite a bit happened. There was a little bit of a battle at a mine shaft. Our party was hunted. We were feeling a little hunted. We left Diamond Lake and made our way up to a local mine that we were going to inspect for Count Fox. Shenanigans ensued, a little battle. We had a magical puck that canceled out magic, and once things settled down,
we were feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we were. And then our party started putting together some pieces, and we have now kind of come to the realization that Count Fox might not be a good guy. He might be one of the bad guys. So, with that...
Turns out, when your DM introduces you to someone who is literally named Fake, you shouldn't buddy up to them.
I don't believe that's how that was. It wasn't. I mean, yes, foe is part of his name, but it wasn't.
This is literally our faux fox is a fake.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, maybe the French Canadian in me should have picked up on that sooner, but I still couldn't have clued Orion in. But in any case, we have spent the night just outside the mine, and I will turn it over to Dennis.
Okay. So, if you'll remember, the party that you were fighting has bugged out. Regali has a ripped skirt. And it's probably perfectly fine if you guys want to head on downstairs. My question would be, nobody's taken damage. Regali is at level 2 exhaustion, correct?
No, you said that only lasted for an hour and then went away. So that was over.
Ember,
but I am out of spell slots.
Ember is 2 hit die down. And
Right.
I'm assuming your bardic inspiration is gone now.
Yep. So I'd really like to rest.
Yeah, I know Orion is down to about 14 hit points.
Yeah, I have one first level spell slot left, and that's it.
Yeah, I got one spell slot left, and I'm down to 13 on my hit points.
And if memory serves me correctly, we tossed the anti-magic puck down by the entrance of the mine, and we are up by the camp that was left behind by the guys who tried to ambush us.
Yep.
I think we let them take...
We let them take some of their stuff. We
Yeah.
gave them
Not-
some.
yeah.
We gave them some of our stuff to bring back to their employers to say, "Hey, look, we killed them. Here's their stuff."
Yeah, my coat's now missing the sleeves, thank you very much.
Well, hey, I'm missing my vest, so I'm
But we
up there.
didn't let them go down into the mine shaft to get the stuff that they'd left down there.
No, we did not. At least you've got a coat. I'm out there with no shirt, no jacket, no nothing.
I'm here with no skirt.
They somehow thought they were getting a bunch of money to kill people who were not dangerous.
Yeah. It came as a big surprise that, some of us knew magic. And it's quite late at night, so I don't know if we are going to be able to rest. My vote is we do rest before we go down in the mine, because I think we all need it. I think we all
Definitely.
need it.
At least a short one.
Okay.
Preferably long.
I definitely could use a walk.
Do you want to rest up here or down there? There's a campfire at each location. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you did not let them pack up.
Kind of half.
I thought we did let them pack up the stuff at the top.
Oh, okay.
Some of their stuff. I don't know if we let
Yeah.
them do a full pack job.
I think we let one guy pack.
Yeah, we held some of them separate. And yeah, that makes sense.
I'd say we camp at the top. We leave the anti-magic puck at the bottom, so that if
Yes.
anything magical comes out of that mine, it'll have to go through that first. And then maybe, Ember, do you have any wild shapes left?
No,
Okay.
but I do regain them with short rest.
All right. Well, then maybe maybe between the four of us, we can set up a couple little trip lines with empty cans or something like that along that circular path. So if something is coming up, it'll maybe hit the trip lines.
Do empty cans exist?
I don't know.
We got pots and pans for cooking.
Yeah.
We'll just hang them up.
Yeah, I got all the cooking supplies.
I think
Interesting thought. Pans, are they cast iron? And if so, do the Fae react to them, or is that not a thing in D&D?
there wouldn't be cans. There would be tin.
I think she meant pans.
Oh, pans. Yeah, they would be cast iron.
Okay.
Extremely heavy, thick. And you're worried about the Fae?
I'm wondering if the Fae respond to cast iron like they do in traditional lore.
Yes.
Ooh.
Good to know.
Bonk him on the head with a skillet.
Bonk.
Maybe we should have given one to Peg when he was being bothered by pixies.
Okay, I would not, if I were you, sleep inside those tents. They stink. Orion might be comfortable in there, but I don't think anybody else would be.
Okay. What do we want to do for watch? Watch order. I'll go first.
How do we have it set? Oh, yeah.
We do that overlapping thing.
Yeah.
If you go first, I can go second, and then wild shape.
Okay, so we can go Orion, Ember, Frederick, because he's got dark vision, and then Regali for the upcoming morning shift.
Sounds good.
Is Frederick still blind?
Well,
yeah.
when you wake up for your shift, if you're still blind, obviously, then it goes to Regali.
I open my eyes and there's nothing there. I'm like, well, I'm still blind.
Frederick has dark lack of vision.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if it's light or not, anyways.
When is Frederick's turn to watch?
Third shift.
Third.
Third? Okay. So who is second?
Ember.
Ember.
Ember, oddly enough, perception check, please.
Do I get advantage for turning into a spider with dark vision?
Are you turning into a spider? I thought you didn't have any shift changes.
That's why I'm doing second watch, because,
Oh, because you got your short rest in. Gotcha.
yes.
All right. Yes, you do.
Our big brains.
20. total.
Right? You're shifting the fire around, and you're wondering if it's time to check on Frederick, make sure he can see. And you're contemplating all the words or all the different meanings, variations of the word sleep deprived. When you get the feeling that you're being watched, and then I guess I'll go ahead and show it. Okay? So coming from these bushes here is where you hear some rustling.
I remember those bushes.
And Spider Ember, what would you like to do?
The bushes. I do not remember those bushes.
That's because you didn't hide in them.
Ah, okay. I would like to stealthily start waking the others up with a little spider nudge nudge.
Carefully, you don't
Oh
get
man, is Frederick
swatted.
still blind?
Frederick is not blind.
I can see.
Well then why are you guys acting like it's my shift?
What's going on?
But spider leg point.
Over there.
Which leg?
The front right one.
Okay.
He could do it with up to 5 legs.
The fifth one, that one. Oh, okay.
Well, if Ember woke all of us up, my guess is something's out there. Frederick, you're the one. Frederick, you can see, right?
Yeah, I can see. This is great.
Can you see anything over where Ember's pointing to?
I'll kind of maneuver over a little closer to the fire and kind of look down that between the two tents and see if I can see what I can see down there.
Frederick
I'd
can
like
see
to keep
clear.
around the other way.
Now the blindness is gone.
You don't see something.
Something.
Could I sneak over around this way to investigate?
If you give me your stealth, I have my perception.
I think spiders are very good at stealth. Yeah. 14.
Okay, that beats my guy, if there is one.
It's the
Regali is going to remember when there was someone in the bushes yesterday, not these bushes, other bushes, and she's going to throw a rock at the bushes.
Roll to hit a stationary target.
You are referring to the dastardly halfling who tried to kill you?
Yes, he was invisible. So that's a 14.
You hit the bushes that you want to hit, and that's when Ember sees this long, sleek, black cat sprint. I'll find my rosary. East.
Like a panther?
Kind of hard to tell, but size-wise, yeah, you would think it. If it got on its hind legs, it would be about 6 or 7 feet tall.
It's not getting on its hind legs, right?
No, it's running away at a very fast speed. But now everybody knows that there was something there.
All right.
The question is, did it look like the sort to naturally be living in the woods around here?
This area, yes.
It definitely seemed like it was just a natural predator trying to sneak up and not.
Ember's best guess, that would be true, yes.
Yeah.
And not like another druid disguised as a cat spying on us. and
Now
we know
that
live and reporting to somebody.
That would be entirely possible, within the realm of possibility. So if I was a druid, I would definitely pick an animal that's local. I'm not saying that that's what happened.
That?
Orion,
I feel so paranoid.
Orion's going to go back to bed. It's
Who's
just a cat.
paranoid?
Just a cat.
Carolyn's paranoid or Regali's paranoid?
Golly's paranoid.
Okay. Let me know when Carolyn gets paranoid.
I'm a bit paranoid too, but I'll go back to bed.
Carolyn is totally okay. What was that?
Frederick, it's your watch.
While everyone's starting to go back to bed and stuff, I'm going to just go around, kind of collect as much firewood that I can just from the nearby area and kind of get the fire a bit stronger, a bit brighter.
It's already been cut and split for you. They've got quite a big stockpile here.
I'll strengthen the fire up to hopefully keep a few predators away,
Okay.
assuming that it's all natural and it's not some druid trying to kill us in our sleep.
Who is next on watch?
Golly.
Okay. Your perception, please.
Okay. Solid 10.
Okay. And who's next?
Oh, I was last.
Then it's morning.
Yay, long rest.
Wonderful long rest.
Oh, that feels good. All right.
So between the scarves that I still have and the ripped skirts, I kind of rig up a pseudo split skirt instead.
Let me be perfectly frank. Nothing was ever obscenely showing.
Okay.
All right. But you had to more or less watch and not twirl a lot when you danced.
Yeah.
And don't do any skipping or jumping. But yes, now that you have your scarves, so it's flowing, and it actually doesn't look bad.
All right. So it's morning time.
Yes.
Okay. I guess.
Well, I wanted to ask quickly, when you're not actively being pursued or hunted or suspect something, what is your normal routine for the morning? Just so that if you're going to deviate from that, you should tell me.
I assume Ember would cook breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
Regali probably tunes her viol, and plays a few strands just because you have to do that in the morning when you're a musician. You have to get it all tuned up and wax your bow and be fresh and prepared.
I would say that Orion's morning routine involves some shadow boxing and calisthenics.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Just shadow boxing, or does he take on the local foliage?
No, just shadow boxing. Lots of push-ups, crunches, burpees. Old school calisthenics.
Frederick?
He wakes up, he prays, does a little kind of centering himself for the day, tries to join Orion for a couple of his reps and stuff, gets tired way too quick, and then goes and waits for breakfast and kind of helps out with the cooking.
I should qualify that, like, if we're near a body of water, Regali would like to go for morning swims, but, like, in this case, we're not.
Interesting. You acclimatize yourself to the water, whether it's cold or whether it's warm?
Yeah.
Okay. If I ever tell you that because it's cold here, you need to make a constitution check or any kind of cold effect, you do it with advantage.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Okay? Unless you tell me that you have stopped taking cold baths.
Okay.
Then that ability, it goes away. It takes a while to go away, like a year, but I think. I don't know. I've never actually stopped. But, yeah, so
Okay. Cool. So,
if anybody would like to join her, I mean, not like in the water at the same time, but go take a cold bath, it does acclimatize you to cold weather, and it makes your ability to withstand being cold like tremendously better.
okay.
So Regali has it. If you guys want it, tell me, and then a year from now, you will have acclimatized your body to it. So
Ember has her own way with dealing with the cold.
I would imagine.
Becoming a polar bear or something like that.
All right. Now that's out of the way. Frederick, this morning while you were praying, you saw in your mind's eye somebody's right hand that's what you see.
All right. All right.
And it feels premonition-like.
Yeah. I got you.
So what do you guys want to do? We heading down in the mine?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Marching order.
Even though, well, the
I
last
have a
time.
lantern.
I can
Yeah.
go first. That's fine. I got
No.
my shield, got my sword. I got this.
The last
You
time
guys,
you went.
you guys, don't you worry none. I have got this. Orion, you watch our backs. You two in the
Frederick,
middle. I got
I
the front.
feel
I got
better.
this.
I'll go second.
I have experience.
If anything
death.
happens,
It's not so
Frederick,
bad.
I'll just throw him back.
Okay. All right. So we'll go Frederick, Ember, Regali, Orion. And I'll say that slower so I can put it in the edit. Frederick, Ember, Regali, and Orion. The next question is, are we bringing the puck with us or are we leaving it?
Ooh.
I'm worried about our ability to get far enough from the puck for 3/4 of the party to be able to do anything useful
Well, I still
When
got a
we are-
sword and shield. I can do a little bit.
in mine tunnels.
Yeah.
Why don't
Well,
do we want to bury it outside the mine shaft?
what
so,
we could
so
do.
we know where it is.
I almost
could
think
do.
burying it is worse than leaving it sitting somewhere, just because, like, fresh dug earth is
No,
a very clear marker.
I mean, it's a
So
mine.
putting it like in a tree or something.
What if we put it underneath one of the fire pits? Like bury a little hole underneath the fire pit, put it in there, put the fire back on top, light the fire, let it burn down and disguise itself.
Do we know if it's flammable?
Well,
The
when-
puck?
What's it
What-
seem to be made out of?
Yeah. Well, when I said bury it, I don't mean necessarily dig a big hole. I mean, we're in a mine. There's loose gravel and rocks all over the place. Just put it under a pile of rocks.
Well, I guess we could do that.
We didn't happen to find any lead boxes in the camp, did we?
Any what?
Like
Lead boxes.
Lead? No, not lead.
Specifically designed to counteract this specific thing. Maybe.
to counteract magic items in general.
Let's just put it under a pile of rubble and stones, and
If it's not there, that's gonna. Be
I will say
tragic.
either that or Orion could carry it, staying far behind us, and then if combat breaks out, he can drop it.
I still.
I don't. I saw how it hampered the group in our battle, and it was bad.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
It was bad. So
Which time?
Yeah.
Totally honest, I don't believe in Orion remembering to drop the puck.
Heat of the moment, it's
not
sometimes
gonna
things
happen.
slip your mind.
He didn't even remember that,
Yeah,
like,
you didn't remember
to
last
help
time.
us while in battle. Like, he actively had it and kept coming closer to us.
Which is why I have suggested we leave it behind.
Probably is a good idea.
Bunch
It
of
was also very
jerks.
sad that he'll vanish.
Bunch of jerks are ganging up on me.
If
all
we
right.
do happen to lose it, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. We need to get this to a city and sell it to somebody for a large, tidy sum.
All right. Let's stick it
Oh,
under.
someone tried to
Let's stick it
smuggle
under some
stuff.
rocks. Let's just put it under a pile of rubble and get going.
I still feel better about hiding it up in a tree.
All right.
I think under rock should be fine, but yeah.
Okay.
I have to say, though, this magic item would be incredibly useful to a party that didn't rely on magic.
Regali can climb a tree, and we won't look up your skirts.
Ryan, why don't you climb the tree? You're the more athletic one.
Nope, I'll climb it.
So all four of you are going into the pit to retrieve the puck, and then Regali's going to come back out of the pit, climb a tree, and leave it there, right?
Yes, I just rolled a natural 20 on my strength check to climb
All
the
right.
tree.
Here we go. I'm going to share. All right, so Regali is going to grab the puck and put it up in a tree.
Yep.
And what would you like to do about the panther?
Is the panther there
Yes.
in the tree?
Not in your tree, but it's prowling around. As soon as I can find my beasts. And he is not that big.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh.
That would be very frightening if he was.
But he is slinking between trees. So you see him sniffing the edge.
Well, yeah,
And then-
'cause there's like bloody bodies down there. He wants breakfast.
I'm going to grab one of my rations and toss it over by where the compass rose is.
Okay. And what is it exactly you're tossing?
One of my day's rations.
A
I don't know
whole
if
day?
it's beef jerky or what. we never talked about what exactly the rations are, but it's food. I'm assuming it's salted meats and
So, typical cat fashion, the panther kind of goes and looks. Luckily, it didn't notice that you are in the tree and that you threw this thing. So it's gonna wander over very carefully and investigate. And then it starts to pick at just the meat portion of what you threw.
Okay.
Okay. And then it moseys. And tell me if you want to do anything while it's moseying, because it's going for these bodies down here.
Now it's between me and them.
Is that your goal?
I'm going to climb down from the tree and go over to where the railing is. And take my rope and hook it around the railing and try to lower myself to the next segment of the trail. I'm not sure how far down that is.
Ember. Nope, it's... Yeah, Ember and Frederick both. Make your perceptions. Unless you're going to announce yourself, Regali.
8.
18.
Frederick, you notice Regali climbing down.
I'll kind of look up the path and kind of make a quick scan from what I can see around the path and see if there's something she's avoiding.
You would not see it, but you might be able to hear the bones crunching.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever heard a cat eating something it really, really enjoys, but those noises.
Probably similar to a dog.
You did not just compare cats and dogs, did you?
Oh, no. Cut that. Cut that.
And
Dogs really like crunching on their bones.
Regali, athletics, please.
While she's making her way down, I'll make my way over to where
Natural 20.
Nice.
I'm going to be uselessly in combat later. I'd like to do a backflip as I descend from the rope.
Perfect. Your dismount is excellent. As you hit the ground, you snap the rope and the knot comes undone and falls down. And as it falls down, it kind of coils around your arm. And then you do that little looping thing, tie it tight and throw it back in your pack.
You bet.
very cinematic.
Okay, guys. So the panther seems to be a real cat. It responded to food. I now have no money and much less food.
Oh.
Regali's
So-
just like hemorrhaging equipment at this point. Let's go.
So down here is a suit of armor. And it seems to be in really nice condition.
Ooh. What
I
kind of
believe it would fit Frederick or Orion.
What kind of armor?
This is a breastplate with a chainmail shirt, and then it's got gauntlets, and I forget what they're called, but they're like shin guards.
Greaves?
Yes.
Well, armor's really not my jam, Frederick, so if you want to try this stuff on, feel free. I fight better without that heavy weight on me.
I could try, but, I mean, I'd have to see if it's as effective as my mage armor. So,
We can at least scoop it up, and when we get some downtime, you want to try it out? Or do you want to try it out now?
I don't know what's in there, and I'd rather play with the deck that I know rather than something new.
Okay.
I did tell you that it was a very nice suit of armor, right?
How nice.
Oh, nice.
Magically nice?
I would say it wouldn't beat mage armor, but it might tie it.
Ooh.
I don't know.
It probably wouldn't hurt you to just like try it on while you're waiting for Regali to get all the way up there and climb a tree and hide a puck.
True. I guess I could try it on while she's doing that, kind of.
As you're trying it on, you realize that the armor seems to be fitting you especially well.
Ooh.
Fancy.
You're awfully shiny, Frederick.
Wow, thank you.
Because I'm shiny.
Cut that part. Cut it.
Oh, I love that.
So with this armor on, your base armor class becomes 13 plus your dex mod.
Nice. So yeah, that does match mage armor.
Okay? Now, as he's moving around, Ember notices that he's not making a lot of noise.
Somebody's got himself some fancy armor.
As in, for some reason, the chain links in the chain shirt aren't clinking, and the plates, when they meet, aren't making metallic noises.
Jumping around and shaking.
Now it makes noise.
Oh, okay. So if I'm trying,
You ruined it, Frederick.
I can be pretty sneaky with this stuff on.
Well, I guess you are point.
Very nice.
Okay. Now you also find a short bow and 22 arrows. 4 of the arrows seem to have something different on them or about them. Like they stand out from the rest.
Okay. Short bow. Well, you know what? Regali, can you use short bow?
Does that count as a simple weapon or not?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's simple.
Hang on. And kids, if you're looking in the book, it's on page 149. Simple ranged weapons, indeed, is a short bow.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, well, why don't you take it? Because you're a little squishier than the rest of us, and you don't have the heftiest AC. That way, if things get really down and dirty, you can support us from afar with both your magic and some arrows.
Yeah, that's valid. When you're
So
right,
if
you're right.
someone runs up with anti-magic items.
Yeah.
So the 4 special arrows, when you pull them out to look at them, because the fletching is different, the colors are different, what they're made of is different, but they seem to be extremely well put together. And instead of having some kind of blade or point on the end, what it has is this tiny little mouth.
Oh.
And then behind the mouth, you can see whiskers. And then behind that is like it turns into leather, and then somebody has tied that on the end of the arrow itself.
Interesting.
Nice.
So
Those.
does it seem to be magical or just weird?
Let me check real quick if you can decipher. Do you have an Arcana?
I don't have Arcana, but I do have a magical chant that I know to make an Arcana check.
Oh, that's right. Would you like to do that?
With
Yes.
with advantage.
Yes. I would like to say, yuka, 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 paka, au, katapaka.
You notice that you can smell honey.
Oh,
And then it dawns on you that Magic Mouth uses a honeycomb and jade dust. So you think maybe something in that realm of possibility.
very cool.
Except for now it has the range of whenever this arrow hits something, it utters your message.
Very cool.
So the trigger condition for this spell, and you only have 4 of them, is you speak what it is you want this thing to say, shoot it, and then when it hits something, that's when it goes off.
Okay.
So your range is more than 30 feet because you can shoot more than 30 feet.
Right.
Okay? And if you're not shooting at any particular person, like let's say you just want to hit the wall, and it's 120 feet away, which is short bow's maximum range, I think. You don't have any worries. You're going to either skip off the floor and hit the wall, or you're actually going to hit the wall. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. So some things are the same as the Magic Mouse spell, and some things are different.
Okay.
Range being one of them. Okay. So, but you do have to take your reaction to speak the message, unless you do that to one of them now, and then you just carry it with you.
Okay, so I would take my reaction to speak the message.
And then
my
you take your action to
shoot.
shoot. Yep.
Okay.
Okay? All right. As you can see, the mine entrance to the north east and it's only 8:30 a.m.
Daylight's a wasting. Into the dark we go.
Yeah.
And it is dark. Who needs
When you
help?
said 8:30, I thought you meant it was literally 8:30.
It is dark. Who needs help?
Pretty much everybody except Frederick.
Frederick, are you taking the lead?
Yep. I'll take the lead.
Frederick's in the lead.
Then Ember.
Okay.
Then Regali. And I've got rear guard. And when we were in town, I know I picked up a hooded lantern and backup torches. I'm pretty sure Regali did as well.
Yes.
Excuse me. And then Ember picked up a dozen backup torches as well. So in terms of hooded lanterns, we've got 2 and plenty of torches.
The cave has been dug. And as far as you can tell, it was done rather sloppily. So this is not a nice dwarven mine entrance. It's just some of the slag is still left around there. You got to watch your footing. So mental note, if you're beating feet out of here, there's a lot of like crumbly rock. Okay. So it goes into the hillside for quite a ways, and then it splits off to the left and continues pretty much straight to where you're going. And then from that point, the air smells a little more dank if you just keep going straight.
Okay.
Mark? marching on.
Frederick.
So did you say there was a split? Or does it just cut off to the left?
It splits to the left,
All right.
but it smells dank if you keep going straight.
When we get to that split, I'm going to turn around like if we were trying to escape quickly. And are there any like beams or anything for bracing?
Beams?
Beams for bracing the mine? Or is it just carved out?
No, there doesn't seem to be any bracing. They've arced the ceiling, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Then on the wall is just like stone for the wall?
Yeah.
Right. I'll take my sword and just kind of scratch an arrow pointing back the way we came.
Okay.
So worst case scenario, we're running out here as quick as we can. I'll be able to keep an eye out on any splits for which direction to get out.
Gotcha.
Do we want to go to the left or do we want to go straight?
Suppose we could do both eventually.
Is there any evidence of traffic, foot traffic going down one path versus another?
Foot traffic would be straight ahead.
Straight ahead then.
Alrighty. Keep marching on down.
There's a massive cave-in, and it's on your left-hand side. And as you look at all the rubble, and you're going to have to squeeze through to get around it, you see a pair of boots.
In the rubble?
Yes.
Are there still feet? Are there still feet?
Are
in
they
the
like
boots?
Are you going to test it
out
and
of
find
the
out?
rubble, or are they just like draping over the rubble?
Are you going to test it and find out?
I am going to test it. Squeeze
There-
the toe. Is there a foot
There,
in there?
there are feet in there.
Oh.
Is there any reaction from the feet when I squeeze the toes?
There are not any reaction whatsoever.
Do they look like a good pair of boots?
They do, actually. However, they would fit a halfling.
Would
Or a-
they? Ooh,
or a child. Yeah.
Like the one that went missing here.
Yeah, that was 15
How many
years.
years ago?
That was 15 years ago. I don't know if those boots would still be here.
I think we need to know if this was a halfling or a child.
Wait, halflings wear boots? I thought they ran around barefoot. Or am I thinking hobbits?
You're thinking
Personal
Hobbit.
choice.
Okay.
What's the Hobbit?
Yeah. I gotta pull the boots off and see what kind of feet we got.
They do not have hair on the tops of his feet.
Oh,
And his pants are rather well worn, but they are of excellent quality.
is it possible for us to dig out this body, or is it too deep under the rubble? Under
No,
the
no,
cave?
you could dig it out without a problem.
We're gonna dig it out.
Okay. So you're digging. Who did we say? Frederick first, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely take point on uncovering the body and kind of dealing with it.
Okay. It is a halfling. You find a knapsack, thieves' picks and tools, food that has obviously been there for a really long time. Desiccated, I guess would be the right word.
Okay.
And you find Let's see if I have a picture of it for you. I do. It's a little blue, almost Fabergé egg-like quality to it. And you could tell at one point in time there was something burning inside of it. It's yours now.
It's ours. I've
Who's gonna write
already.
it down?
I got it written down. I've got a pair of thieves' picks and tools because I can actually use that with my background. Regali, I think you picked up a set not too long ago.
Yeah.
Does anybody want a pair of thieves' picks and tools, or should I can carry a backup set?
Nice to have a backup.
All right, I'll carry the backup set, and then the egg, this blue egg thing that we just found, does it seem fragile?
Yes.
Then maybe we should give it to Regali, since if combat does occur, typically Orion, Frederick, and even Ember were in the thick of things.
Okay.
I'll wrap it in one of my spare scarves that's not currently holding up my skirts and put it in my pack.
Okay. So
I
he's
actually have an
almost.
idea for the other set of thieves' tools.
What's that?
I could maybe use the other set of thieves' tools.
Okay, you got him then.
A weird idea.
Yep, no problem. You got it.
Ember, would you like to help me out with this body?
Sure.
We'll move it a little further up, closer to the exit, but what I'd like to do is burn it and say a few words over them.
You're going to burn the body.
In a mine shaft?
Well, that's why I said move it up, so then the smoke and stuff will go out and won't kind of kill us.
It's not just the smoke going out, it's it consuming the oxygen in here.
Yeah, we should probably wait to do that until we're not exploring the mines.
Yeah.
All right.
Burning bodies
Well-
isn't recommended in
Well, I was going to say, he's been here a really long time. So there's hardly, I mean, you would be very hard pressed to find any liquid in this thing's body whatsoever.
Well, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Frederick's concern is he doesn't want this thing to rise from the dead.
Oh, yeah. And just giving someone a proper kind of
Send
send
off.
off.
I think you could
But
probably
we can-
say
we can
last
handle
rites
it on
over
the way.
him,
Yeah.
but we can pick him up on our way back up. And
Alrighty.
And the other thing you notice is he's got something on his arm that kind of keeps his sleeves out of his way.
What do you?
And it looks very pretty, this thing.
I'll take a look at it and see.
Armband or something?
It is an armband. It's definitely elven make, and it looks like a vine with leaves. And as you glint it in the
lantern light.
lantern light, you can tell that it casts off a green kind of shading.
Would you take a look at that? Look at this thing. Oh, neat.
Ember, does that look druidic?
That's it?
No, it looks elven.
Okay. It looks elven.
Huh. Any idea what it might be?
Well,
Does
it's
it
still
seem
in
magical?
decent quality after all this time. Might be.
I'll do
smell it.
another Arcana
What's it smell
check.
like?
Really?
That's Yuka, Paka'au, Katapaka.
Oh, we're just gonna talk abyssal all the time. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
There's an enchantment aura about it.
Okay, so it's enchanted.
Well, the School of Magic is enchantment.
Okay.
If it's elven, it should be fine. Can I just try putting it on?
It won't fit you
Okay.
unless you want to use it as a ring.
I'll try that.
Okay. It does kind of fold and expand and contract to fit you perfectly, and as soon as it's on, you kind of forget that it's there. That's how wonderful this thing fits you.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Inside the backpack, besides his desiccated lunch, is a marble finger. Looks like it was broken off.
Well, that's weird.
Very.
We'll grab that too.
Yeah.
Why would you want... Oh, never mind. Whatever.
You never know. He had it for some reason. Didn't seem to help him, but, you know.
This is good luck charm.
Brian, why don't you take it?
Oh, thanks. All right, I'll put the marble finger in one of my pockets. Or in my pack.
And we'll just move his body off to the side of the tunnel and mark that spot for later.
Okay. Let me turn this off here.
In hindsight, maybe we should carry burial shrouds with us.
You know what? That's a good idea. I should invest in one of them. Maybe I could get like a fireproof one. You can put the fire underneath and just have like a little vent to let oxygen in, burn them out, and then pull it up, put it in the pack.
That's not a good idea in caves. Believe me, I've tried
Frederick's
it.
portable crematorium.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I'll look into that.
I'm gonna
Patent pending.
I'm gonna push pause on our recording.
Oh, I was almost getting ready to.
Oh, okay. All right, then we can continue.
Okay.
That's fine. Hang on.
So as you dug this body out, you notice that like it caves in from on top. It just keeps rolling in. And you have to get that scree out of the way. And that's when you realize there's actually a chamber back there.
Oh.
And as you drug this halfling out, his body position was like this.
Like he was trying to get in?
Like you got up, you uncovered him up to here, and then you just kind of dragged his hand out, almost like he was reaching for something.
In that chamber. Okay.
Maybe it was
Now-
in the chamber and fell out. And
You can continue on, or you can go to the musty smelling, because there's an opening up there. All you have to do is climb up over the rocks, roll your way back down the other side, and you'll be in this place.
I'm really
my
curious.
my vote is to go in and check it out.
Going in
May
the
as
chamber.
well.
But we'll figure out what it is you guys want to do when we come back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.